Hey there, welcome to Monster Cat's Mix Contest, where real home DJs showcase their mixing talents to win real prizes. Here, let me show you. Each season, finalists from all over the world face off on the show to earn your votes. They must come up with the most creative mix only using our music. But only one DJ can win. Who will it be? So let's get right into it because it all starts right now on this season of the Mix Contest. Hey everyone, what's going on? We have made it. This is it, the final episode of our 5th season of the Mix Contest. It has been one wild ride to say the least. We saw tremendous talent this year and finalists from all over the world. Personally, I was extremely impressed with each week's mixes, and based off of our community votes, it was very clear that all of you were as well. After 6 weeks, it has all come to this, the legendary showdown between Feathervane and Streak. Both have survived every round they have competed in this season, but only one of these two will make it out of today with the title of champion and be crowned our 2020 winner. Along with that, our winner will receive a DDJ 800 controller provided by Pioneer DJ, both a Cloud Mix headset and Quadcast microphone by HyperX, a Monster Cat gift card, Label Radar credits, a Making Music Producer's Handbook by Ableton, and $500 in cash. In addition, they will also be headlining our digital show next week inside of Sanzar in virtual reality, which will be live streamed on Monster Cat's Twitch account for everyone to see. These are some crazy high stakes this year, and I can't wait to get started. So today's challenge is called Showdown, and the rules are simple. Each DJ must produce a 25-minute mix of all Monster Cat music. This is a free-for-all, so each DJ is expected to bring their A game. There are some rules, however. Each finalist must include at least 30 unique tracks and cannot exceed 50. Lastly, our judges' bonus is to end their mix with the biggest, baddest, boldest mega mashup. They can interpret this as they like, but we want to see each of them go out with a bang and tell our judges why they deserve the title of champion. With that, remember, our winner this year is decided not just by our 3 elite judges, but also from the 6 finalists that did not make it to this point in the contest. That means we have a panel of 9 potential votes and only 5 to win. So, if you're ready, then I'm ready, and our judges are certainly ready. Up first, Feathervane.
Mic check 1 2. Sit when I go number 1 and number 2. Sorry, turned around. I'm back. All day, every day. Oh shit! Forgot. What's our promo on Friday the 13th? We have one. We always do. Oh, this is an old promo. We need something new. Sir Blame. Oh, and look, check this out. I even have a thing. I even have a Friday the 13th like graphic. Go live on both platforms. Friday the 13th. Live on Twitch. Kara Quinn. I do not. In the hospital. Maybe there for some time. It's kind of the same situation as last time.
Let's do it!
Yo, dog, Katie Boucher here, Next Level Painting, hitting you up on the literal best of all days, coming to you live from that Beats Lab in an undisclosed location in Central Florida. We're doing it again, Friday the 13th. What up, Twitch? What up, YouTube? What up, Graham? Can't quit. Yeah, it sucks. It might be like up to 4 months is what he's being told. He was waiting on something last night when I talked to him. New information. I don't have that information. Dr. D, San Diego. Yeah, he says the San Diego VA is pretty good though. It's like silver lining. He says he's having a better experience there. Sormon the White OG, what's up, brother? Alright, it's Friday the 13th and I need a promo. Any ideas, Coil Daddy? How's it going, Instagram? Yeah, I mean, last time it was a month, and that was, I couldn't even imagine a month. Dr. D. Friday the 13th. Maniac, aggressive on the gram. What's up, there? We're gonna do some painting here on Twitch on Friday the 13th. Battleborn, what's up, Miffy? And I'm trying to figure out what my Friday the 13th promo is. And a lot of you guys are still waiting on dice shipment because of that big debacle, so can't be dice related. We already did that. Let's do a breakdown. What's our yo dog ratio? Lillian's birthday today. Happy birthday. Battleborn miniature painting. Tell her happy birthday for me. Formulating something. It's 23 to the dollar. So 299 for 13 bucks. So what if we do a 299 yo dog raffle, which is 13 bucks. Winner of the raffle at the end of the show. It's like a test run of this raffle mechanic. Rico, is today your birthday? Did you... What? It's Recoil's birthday today, guys. Let's get some love and chat from my man, Coil Daddy. Multiple birthdays popping off on the platforms today. Happy birthday to my legendary mod. $299, $299 Yo Dog raffle. Winner of the raffle at the end of the show wins a Danny on Instagram. Ready for that Bricky Dog? Yeah, that shit looks really interesting, man. I'm really excited to see that. Good job on that, man. It looks super tight. So, hear me out, guys. Friday the 13th, we always have a promo. And I do want to test run the raffle mechanic. No purchase necessary. Which I can get away with because it is 2 weeks into the month, meaning there is no purchase necessary. Assuming you were here for more than 2 shows. So 299 yo dogs, which is 13 bucks. That's the cost of a raffle ticket. What is the what is it? What do we win though? Wins a themed. I mean, we can do hockey jerseys. We can do hoodies. We can do muscle shirts. Bro, it just started raining like crazy. Newsy, what's up, man? Recoil, what are you thinking? More pigment? Oh yeah, man. We just got our power bill too. It's like $60 more than it usually is. It's been hot. My lady just got home too. Recoil says it's got to be Friday 13th, really, right? Like a horror themed. Wins a custom horror themed apparel. Custom horror themed apparel option from my shop. Like you can choose like a jersey, just a dope tee with your name on the back and some horse shit on the front. That we designed together. About that. Newsy, been following you for I don't know how long. Years and years. More than one, less than 20. Let it be said, let it be done. Exclamation point 13 on Twitch. Thank you for your support, Newsy. Recoil's mom tuning in. What's up? Recoil's mom's got it going on. That's right, Recoil. $299 dog raffle, which is 13 bucks, Friday 13th. Winner of this raffle of the show wins a custom horror themed apparel option from a shop that we designed together. Over on Twitch. And then, of course, we're going to work on our Titan. We've got some news on the Titan. I think we might need to do some changes. So there might be a pivot. Might be a bit of a pivot. What's up, Agrippa? Alenosaurus tuning in. Did you just get home, Alenosaurus? Alenosaurus? You enjoying this rain? EXE 75 day 7,007. Still out. Alenosaurus. Was just telling everyone about the power bill. Grippa just building a repulsor for the 15th day in a row. Smoothing out the seams with sprue goo. Took me forever. Yeah, she says fix that mini first. So, so shout out to the Instagram crew. Thanks for tuning in. Consider jumping over to Twitch where the action is going to start right now. Peace out. Dr. D. Dr. D just gifted a sub to Eilenosaurus. Let me get some love in the chat. War Pigment says, is Eilenosaurus your lady? Yes. She's stalking me from her phone. I think she was at her nail appointment.
Thank you, Feathervein. Now it is up to Streak to show us what you got and impress the
Why are they
panel of
doing a
9
radio
mix
mix?
contest judges. Are you ready? Let them have it.
I don't like this. Let's go with a new playlist. Grip up, carving, nicks, and scratches to the hover skid is fun. Do I still have the image of the otter demon I did for your mom, War Pigment? I have it. To mess with me, that's right, Dr. D. Rita Prey playlist, all Kool-Aid song, all the time. Recoil, Mateo's in the Edmonton GT Right Me Out. Is he out there playing right now? That's awesome. You're gonna need that work, bro. I'm about to look at it, man. I don't even remember what we did. Go find it. I'll have to go investigate. I've set up my lady's, she's been gaming on this new game. I don't know how new it is. Enzoy? You guys familiar with Enzoy? Oh, that's right. He was painting up his Black Legion. Now he's playing it. That's so awesome. I love when you work your ass off on a project and then you get to play it. Okay, Quinn. GW Open and Atlantic City Open same weekend. It is crazy. Are you going to either, Kara Quinn? I'm going to visit my dad this weekend for Father's Day. The next weekend, my oldest niece just graduated high school and is going to go to college. About an hour away from where I live. And so my brother had some stuff shipped here that I have to bring to the move-in date for the summer dorms. Busy. Carriquay next tournament's August. Reaper, you're going to GameCon that the Edmonton Open is a part of on Sunday? Oh, maybe you'll run into go to the 40K and see if you can find somebody playing some Black Legion. You should be like, Mateo, Mateo, Mateo. That'll work. %100 chance. I'm gonna throw up a little graphic. I think I've got one. I do. Ah! You won't call for him. Just flying Larry, first black player. Black. Oh my god, I made that sound horrible. First Black Legion player you see. I made that sound needlessly horrible. And then what'll be your explanation, Reapray? Like, let's say it is Mateo. What's the justification for that? That's just how we do it. Abaddon, Cypher, Demon Prince, Wings, Vasher. Oh, is it with the updates too? Warpsmith, Cultist, Terminator, Squad, Vindicator, Forge Fiend, Hellbrute, Lord of Skulls. Bro, that list is amazing. It's almost I mean, it is a bit of a Highlander list, isn't it? Reapray, who needs to justify anything to the flying lariat victim? It's fair. That is fair. Traditionally, that's how they work. Okay. So let's talk about... Oh my god, my legs hurt so bad. God, I'm a bitch ass. Worked out the other day. Do not recommend. Leg day, yep. Reapray. Follow with Kenny sends in regards. Nice.
And his name is John C.
Recoil.
Happy birthday, Emmy.
Happy birthday, me. Shout out to Recoil Coil Daddy. It is his birthday. Exclamation point 13. Dr. D, man, I ain't never working on my legs again, dude. I'm done with this shit. Dodge Emerson, what's next on the table after the night? I think like a great and clean one. So here's the situation, guys. Recoil. So I had this sitting over on my desk. My lady's sitting right here. She's like playing her new game in Zoe. And she looks over at this model and she's like, is it done? Like, did you, like, you're not done with it, right? I was like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? She's like, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't look done over here. And so what she was referring to was the top. She's like, are you going to fix this mess up here? We spent like a whole show on this. On trying to make these void shields look glowy. And not only did she say like, you're gonna sort this mess out, she was like, when are you gonna paint it up here? And after I got to the top, I was like, what do you mean I painted the shit out of this? She's like, what? It doesn't look like you painted it. And so she's referring to the you know, we did all the silver up here. You know, we tightened up the silver, did our washes. We did pits, chips, weathering in there. She's like, doesn't look done. Looks like you haven't painted it yet. So now it's got me looking at it, thinking it looks like we haven't painted it yet. So, do we need to paint it? Like, I was just trying to leave it all silver and just doing like some clean weathering and get our little void shields to glow a little bit. But now she's got me second guessing it. Like, does it secretly look like shit? Does this secretly look like shit? I'm trying to just dull the lighting down so it's more visible. Dr. D says more. Rico says it does need something. She's right. On. I think it's scrolling too fast. Right, Kara Quinn. Rico says it does need something. She's right. Aline says, I didn't say it like that, first of all. That's exactly how it sounded. War Pigment says it sucks, but she's right. And she says it does look like shit. All right. So the audience agrees. It's missing something. And I think what it's missing is, I think we got to extend the purple armor up. It can't be metal. That's what I've determined. Is classically as we've deployed a clean metallic up there, it can't ride that way. Now, fortunately, we've pigeonholed ourselves in, and we got it. Like, so we're done with the airbrush on the purple. So we're gonna hand paint some fucking purple in there. Is the only way I can see this top looking good. No, where Pigment says the bait. Oh my god, is this the fucking guy? Reapray? Listen. How is this guy in every playlist? Is this the fucking guy? No matter what playlist I pick, the Kool-Aid guy shows back up. Do we just have to accept our fate? Half an orange. They're like low-key famous to us now. You guys want to go to a half an orange fucking concert with me? Okay, so the way I look at it, so we wasted a whole day, a whole painting session on trying to make the void shields look cool, but they're really not designed to be painted this way, and we're kind of forcing them to look this way, and it may just be a ditto. He is the real Kool-Aid man, busting through every playlist. Pull these guns off. Let's pull out Eileen. So cute. Nothing is ever wasted. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move the torso back to the hobby holder. I'm currently warming up some tack, blue tack. We may even eliminate the green, Eileen. So let's get this torso. Some blue tack. Let's get this gun off of here. You know, she's never seen me paint with metallic paints, guys. She hates it. After everything she sees me do is some version of NMM, or even if it's wish.com style. And so now that she's seen true metallic, she's like, fuck this nonsense. This is garbage. Oh, somebody's home. I'm feeling somebody's about to roll into the Beats lab and play some video games. I set her up. I have a little... She has her own little command center in here now. Okay. Creto74, thank you for the sub. Let me get some love and chat. Oh, Major Havoc. Hey, you know what? Major Havoc, have you listened to this whole conversation? Have you been here for this whole conversation? Major Havoc is the commissioner. Just give the 5 subs to the chat. If you just got gifted a sub because your boy Major Havoc showed up, show him some love. Okay, Major Havoc, here's where we're at. He is the actual owner of this piece. So we spent all this time working the silver, putting in stress into the silver. Then we worked on these. Hold on, let me lower the light for you. Then what we did was try to make the void shields glow a little. Right, a little bit of, oh, it's on there, you see? So, so Eileen Osaurus, she walked in here the other day and she looked at this. And she was like, first she was like, did you paint that? And I was like, yeah, what do you mean? She's like, is it done? It's not done, right? And I was like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean, right? So here's what it came down to. She's like, it doesn't look done. It looks like you still need to paint it. And she was referring to this. I put all this work into this metal and all this glowing, and she's like, it doesn't look like you painted it. It doesn't look like it's painted. And I was like, what? So we just talked about it for like a few minutes, and kind of the general consensus is that, yeah, it doesn't look painted. And I think that I have to bring purple back up top by hand. I think I have to bring paneling back in and kind of go a different direction. Even though we spent all this time on this, and you as the owner of this, and you having another War Master Titan that's supposed to be his buddy, where do you think we should go with it? I paraphrased, guys. I didn't do the whole thing again. Just I summarized that joint. So, I'm about to start cutting panels back in. So, on yours, you left it metal up here too? And that's just because of how the model goes together, right? That's what I did. Because all these panels come off, these don't. These are part of the model. So you did exactly what I did, right? Which was like, these panels sub-assemble, and this is metal. But it absolutely doesn't look right. There's something off. So, it really comes down to you. It really comes down to you. Do we leave it like this? Or do we start to bring, do we pull out a paintbrush and bring in by hand purple panels to the best we can? It's your model. I'm about to just burn another episode on this, on the top right now. That's what you caught me about to do. About to repaint the top. This is hilarious. GW painted the top panels. Yep, I know. I looked at pictures today. Before this whole bit, I looked at a picture or two. Right? right? You just fit. Yeah, she's right. Major Havoc, right? I never noticed. You did the same thing I did like an hour ago. You're looking at all these pictures and you realize that we're the idiots who didn't paint the top. Fuck. Yeah. So maybe we can get away, Major Havoc, with like as War Pigment suggested, not with maybe with we don't have to paint it all. Maybe we can pick and choose. And because this isn't airbrush friendly, especially now that we have the model built, we're gonna have to do it by hand, Major Havoc. All right, there's no pulling the airbrush out now. And I'm sure you're in a similar situation. So we're gonna just do it by hand and that'll be your tutorial. What's the color workup, guys? Dark blue, purple, white. Did we use dark purple? Or is it just dark purple, dark blue and purple? Looking through my drawers right now. Do I have a nice new brush laying around? Like a nice new shiny paintbrush. I don't think I have one. Like it.
To the top channel's new basket.
Let for the blood
Ha! Major Havoc. We're also running a promo today, Major Havoc, exclamation point 13. And also triggering a giveaway. Like the legend that you are. We get some hype in chat. Get this off of there. Pull this out. Is the write up on tints? I don't know. I think I went off books. Let me just look. Do I even have a dark purple? Am I just like inventing dark purple in my head? Do I even own that color? I don't even see that. All right. Let's take some purple and some blue. And I'm looking at this. Okay, and I'm coming in pretty raw dog here. And what I'd like to do in a perfect world, Major Havoc, is subtract away from the from the trim. I want to see what we can get away with. Oh, definitely that's fluorescent purple or pigment. We're going to fade it to white and then glaze. Filter transparent purple or fluorescent purple over it. All right, so you see where we're going with it? I'd like to see if we could Major Havoc. Just focus on these three middle panels. Using some stipples and some heart pulls. Since we already painted everything, I'd like to not repaint everything. Nor Dog, what's up, man? We just told a story about how I have to repaint this top part of the Titan. My lady said it looked like shit. She walked in here, was like, you paid that? You sure? Blue, purple. So it's dark blue, purple, white, fluorescent purple. Those are the colors, right? Major Havoc already knows the clues. This actually might work to our advantage since we already did all this metallic. Instead of us like having to like paint metallic all around a bunch of overspray, we're just adding panels. This might work to our advantage. The only problem is we're gonna have to get some ball and transitions up here. And so we're gonna lead with our darkest position for sure. And then we're gonna have to bring in some fades. Now, Major Havoc. I absolutely can pull the airbrush off. I can pull the airbrush out and get it done. And then repaint silver. That's on the table. But I think we're gonna go a different route. Trans white, then fluorescent purple. So exactly, Major Havoc. Airbrushing is your cheat code. So we're gonna do some brush work right now, right? That's kind of the goal. And so you see, what we're gonna do is bring. Eileen says it already looks better. We're gonna bring some of that panel game in there, and it does. Can't lie, already looks better. And I like keeping some of this metal intact. To break it up. Yeah, actual work, Major Havoc, right? So here, I'm gonna show you an easy way to do this, Major Havoc. So I could wet blend this, but if you can't wet blend, watching somebody wet blend doesn't mean anything. You're just like, okay, I can't do that tight, you know, like. So instead, what we're gonna do is a little layering strategy. So we're gonna draw. Okay. So purple, get a little noosh. So we're gonna make it aggressively more purple. And these panels can fade center any way you want, honestly. But I think for ease, what we want is I'm going to subtract from here. Say this direction. So we're going to bring purple from the outside in. Pull out the bigger brush. This one hasn't dried yet, so I'm accidentally wet blending over here. Major Havoc. You can see the blue streaking into it. Francois, what's up, brother? Purple. Some of the blue. Same kind of thing, right? We're just bringing a lighter variant in. Right here. Okay. So just a little bit of purple, a little purpling occurring there. Let's grab more purple. We're gonna just go straight purple right here. Little noosh. What we're gonna do so it's semi-opaque because of the noosh. Heart pulls, see? And we're gonna go similarly right here. I pulled a little bit more noosh into the blend. this side right here. Studio Boneless, the heart chest pull technique is a game changer, he says. It's the brushstroke of precision. Noosh. Now you can already see it coming together, right? Much better. And that's just a two-tone, right? It's not even blended or anything. Or pigment. Oh yeah, you always got to get the pinky engaged. Okay, let's rinse the brush. Grab some purple again, but this time no noosh. Let's go about halfway into this. Maybe like that. There. Stipple here. You see Major Havoc. I don't know if Major Havoc is still here. That's not heart, right? We're just using the heart pull. Major Havoc. Moisture cuts opacity. But when you add moisture to paint, it also makes it wet. So what Noosh is letting me do is modulate the opacity while still maintaining control because I'm not wetting the paint up. But, so, you know, you'll get a nice work time on it too. That's because it's a drying retardant. But we're going straight raw dog for this. So you see we get that second line in there for opacity. Straight raw dog. Stipple it in. Now we're going to start pulling the heart pulled back down. You see, and you can see the tide lines. that break them up. So it's just a layering effect, which is actually what airbrushing is too. Airbrushing just does it better. Rinse. What's the difference between glazed medium and noosh by Monument? I mean, they're not much different. Like, glazed medium is just fucking acrylic medium. So, and but like, here's the secret. When you're glazing, don't fucking use medium, dog. When you're glazing, use water. Because glazing is low opacity and low moisture. So nothing's better than water to cut the opacity and then reabsorb the moisture with a paper towel. That's your best glaze. Glazed medium, I use it much the same, right? I can lower the opacity of the paint without raising the moisture level of the paint so I can still be in control. You usually see me using a glazed medium or noosh for edge highlighting, right? So I can get flow and control. For the times I don't want to just raw dog an edge highlight. Noosh is chemically a little different because it dries way slower and can be reactivated with water, kind of like oil. Or kind of like oil and spirits. It's just the superior product. I don't even know why they carry glazed medium anymore. As Studio Boneless says, medium acts like a retarder. With glazing, you want it to dry fast. Facts. So like I'm going to do some proper glazing here in a second. But you can just go infinite on layering and you don't ever need to glaze. But for example, we know that the darkest spot on here is some dark blue with some purple. I'm just going to kind of eyeball something that's a little brighter than than my darkest region. See, I got water right here. And so what's in my brush, soaked into my brush, is low opacity, high moisture. I don't want to paint with that. I want it to be low opacity and low moisture. So then we use the paper towel. I teach a whole class on this, guys. It's the first class of the 201 course. Now I'm removing the excess moisture. So this is basically airbrushing. This is trigger control for an airbrush. So now I'm going to attack the tide line that we have there with a very low opacity filter. And glazing doesn't mean it's like 1% opaque, no moisture. It just means you've lowered the opacity and you've taken the moisture off. And you will find that, you know, based on what you're doing, will determine what those percentages are. And so what we're doing is a very low opacity band-aid over those tide lines. And it's having very little impact. It's barely doing anything. But if we stack it up a few times, we'll get it. We'll basically create a blur between these zones. So the biggest rule of glazing is patience. Let that shit dry. Because if you come back in before it's dry, you're just gonna end up reactivating it, bro. But you already see just that one band-aid and it's almost faded. See, that looks almost like we airbrushed it. With one patch. One glaze patch. Chaos and lead. So the difference is dry time. Yeah, so like Noosh for sure, it's designed more like to act like an oil. Studio Boneless says controlling moisture is what allows you to place your colors. Yeah. As I say in my course, painting is just two things: opacity and moisture management. Francois says, don't need to go infinite. 1,700 coats of yellow is enough. Oh, you fucking savage. So, what I want is that same kind of mix we had before. But I feel like it could be a little bit more aggressive moving toward purple. So water. And I might not need to be as low opacity as I was. So I'm going to be a little bit more opaque and a little bit more purple. And that should look just a little different on this paper towel. But I'm gonna try to hit that Band-Aid again and work back into the dark and into the bright. Right on the tide line, both directions. Right on the tide line, both directions. Always let it dry, right? Move on. This one has a bit of a wackier tide line. And we're smoothing that out big time now. Pick up a little bit more. Walk back deeper into the blue. And into the purple. So that's a second patch. You see, it looks even more faded with a super dramatic shadow. That's just 2 glaze coats, Major Havoc. That was a big layer, subtractive layer. Remember, layering is just addition through subtraction, or subtraction through addition. And then we just patched our tide lines. And it's, I mean, you can let that ride right there. And it does look infinitely better, Major Havoc. Damn it, everyone was right. So we don't want to get too crazy just yet. We gotta let this dry for a second. Studio says, if Noosh can reactivate water, do I want to apply a layer of varnish over it to lock my colors down? I haven't had to be that extreme with it, Studio, because it doesn't infinitely react to water. When it's dry, it's dry. You know what I mean? It just has a longer activation period. It's still acrylic. So what I want now is I want to go back to pure purple. Okay. With water. So I got plenty of water right here. Take the moisture off. There's a little dirty blue in there still. Go back here. So this should be more in this purple section that we should be paying attention to. Now, because I want to bring purple in further, but this is like at most 7 to 10% opaque. So I just want to walk the purple further, but respectfully, right? So this whole thing is based on that concept that we always talk about. We're respecting and we're lowering the opacity. That's where flawlessness comes from in painting. Respect and opacity. So before, we were much more opaque when we were drawing these highlights in like this. Right now, we're just chilling. Let's get a little bit more. Kramus, what's up, brother? Just walk it in. Now you see. Right, this is where we started right here. So it's drying right now. It's a little shiny still, you see? Not quite there yet. Always let that shit dry. Studio Boneless says, fair, I tried using actual ink based wash. Yeah, the shit. Yeah, ink. It's not acrylic, right? But they do make acrylic, like inks. Major Havoc says, so don't hurry and try to skip steps in the transition. Right, yeah, I built the transition very easily, and now we're just layering fuzziness over the tide lines. Patience is making sure it's dry before you stack it again. So again, we're using just water and purple. Okay, so it's when you really look at what I'm doing over here, it's just water like crazy. And you see the brush is just watered down purple. Take the excess moisture off. And again, I'm just going to focus on that tide line. Because I want the purple to go a little further into the dark blue. And traditional glazing, which is what we're doing right now, this is classical glazing. I teach all my students this in the 201 course. Kramus knows this technique very well. And basically the whole point of glazing is that we can simulate airbrushing. So the way I teach all my students is we glaze a cape. Like imagine you airbrush the shit out of this model, but he's got a cape. And you're like, I have no way I can paint that cape without ruining this model now. Because the airbrushing is so dope, but the cape looks so shitty. The whole point of it is that we can simulate airbrushing in those moments we can't use our airbrush like right now. This is a perfect example of why I teach glazing the way I do in my course. I was using news Kramish for laydown. When we layered up, we put down our layers super quick, and I did use news to spread it out and draw in our designs real quick for like build up for the base layers. But now that we're into the actual blend time, right, actual fades and fuzziness, now it's just water. So there's a couple of spots where I think I need to split the difference again. Right, so we're using pure purple right now, where I need a touch of blue back in there. That might be too low opacity. Yeah, this looks good. So it is you do have to battle it sometimes. I call it battling the tide line. So I'm moving the tide line up and down until I get it to vanish. So we've gone back a step. And I always tell people glazing, you can go up, down, left, right. So you can start bright, go dark, start dark, go bright, or just change the colors without changing any values. So we're going to attack this tide line again with our new combination, which kind of splits the difference right over the tide line, and we're trying to blur that better. At some point, my lady's going to walk in here and I'm going to switch angles so that she can be on scene as she goes to her gaming station. Castle, let's playing this game called Inzoi. Where Femi says, don't tell me that. I already lack focus. Yeah. There's a spot right here where this can be better. You know what that game? You know that game, Castle? It's like an early access simulator game, like kind of like The Sims. Yeah, that's a good base coat. Because we still have a big step ahead of us. A massive step ahead of us. If you like games like The Sims, Cast, but it's like the new heat for that. It's more detailed than anything I've ever seen. It's crazy. She's obsessed. I'll pull out my paint, my brush soap. Bro, this entire project, we've been using this bottom basement King Art free number 2 they mailed me with my last order of 18-0 synthetics. All of the trim, everything has been the same. We've been destroying this brush. There's cats everywhere, Dr. D. Yeah, but you can't currently get a pet cat in the game. She's very upset about that. Lots of paint still stuck in the bristles on this brush. Gonna use a little alcohol too. Put a little bit here in the cap. Funny because now there's some brown coming out from all the mahogany. We tore this brush up on the project. Exclamation point 13, Friday the 13th promo. Okay, so we need to take pure white. Okay. A little noosh. What we need to do is we're going to have to paint another one of our subtracting layers. Little water, little noosh. And I'm creating a kind of white peak to the highlight. That's right. Okay, so let take a little water. Water. Because we have to bring the old fluorescent purple into the mix. So we need to set the real estate in motion. A bit of water. Go. Noosh helps big, like for this kind of stuff too. I can spread it out and work it for a minute, get the shape I want. Pick up a little water, kind of spread it out. You see as it's drying, I'm gonna let it dry for a second because it does have a longer dry time. And then we're gonna build up another kind of fuzz going into this extreme white Major Havoc, and then so that way we can lay the filter of purple over it. First, I'm going to take a little bit of pure white. Just really hunch the opacity up down here. Down on that corner, that absolute smallest recess. Now let's take some purple, mix it with the white, which we haven't done yet, and it results in a pretty shitty looking purple. Take some moisture off. Let's fuzz that in. Just like we've been doing. See? Rinse. Let's grab the purple. Some water. Take some of the moisture off. And we're gonna now just tackle right where the pasty ass saturated purple makes contact, and we're just using our straight up purple kind of blur that out. Major Havoc says, I've tried that before and actually tried pulling brushstrokes down the gradient like an idiot, like I could draw a fade. That one needs a little bit more work back there. Let it dry. Feather and brush strokes. I mean, there's all sorts of like brush strategies I've seen people do that can work. But like the way I teach it, it's all just about precision. I'm going to work that tide line again with another patch of purple. And there's these bolts that are stuck in the middle there. I'm gonna repaint those. Like, they're not gonna be part of the paint job. Let's rinse. Let's grab some white again. And again, I want to make the very core of that highlight more opaque. Want to add purple to the white, lower the opacity, some water, take moisture off. We want to draw a little band-aid of desaturated purple, work our way into the white. little heart pulls. We're gonna have to. It came out with a really harsh collision right there. We're gonna have to fix that. No problem. Major havoc. Yeah, like feather and brush strokes. I've seen people talk about that kind of stuff. Castellet, for you, you found that your style is start super dark and slowly build up with light glazes, but build up slowly. When you say slowly, do you mean it just takes you a long time to do it, or do you mean that it's a subtle shift? I'm gonna go back to this pale ass purple we made, the white in it. There. Same situation. Slow painter for sure, but slight color shifts. Yeah. So what I'm doing here is abruptly slamming into the highlight over a short distance, short amount of runway. You see, we're going dark and then blah, slam. And that's my signature style. I talk about in my course. The drama. All my students know. Just trying to build up cleaner transition. More stacks, you see. You see now it's starting to work itself in. This right here, we need to go back a step. You see, so we know that that's the pale purple. So let's rinse, reset, hit the stock purple again. Lower the opacity. Take some moisture off. We're just gonna work that line. Both sides. Probably could use a bigger brush. I think my lady's ready to enter her command station. Yep. Let me help her out, guys. 1 second. Let's see if you got everything you need. Yeah. Am I on mute? No, I'm not on mute. I muted the desktop audio. Guys, I hope you guys didn't hear anything too embarrassing just now. I'm back. Oh my god. She's got her little command station over here. She's so proud of it. got something for you? We're back to it. Oh my god. Obesity. There you go. Oh, this guy's kind of falling off. Let's see if we can switch back to a slightly larger brush. So let's run back. Purple? Straight purple, some water. Moisture removal. Walk our way back down. There. And you see that purple's popping now because the white got laid down first. Yeah, this brush is all over the place, man. I've blown all these brushes out. Let me make another order. Chaos and Lead says cool shirt, Night Lords. It could be Avenged Sevenfold, you don't know. Each pass must be dry. Panel. Just making sure our blurs look good before we go in for the final glaze strategy. Now, the thing about glazing like this, guys, is you can do 1 million glazes. And just keep it like flawless throughout. Love minis in chat. Welcome back. Heard myself in the background. What we want is just make it passable. So I don't want to do 1 million glazes. So just want to make any visible tide lines vanish, split the difference, find respect, which is sometimes tricky, but it's really just these two paints right now, so should be able to eyeball it pretty easily. Run a band-aid over that tide line right there. Kevin, thank you for the follow, brother. We're in here on Recoil's birthday, Friday the 13th. Giving away some swag. Trying to get this Titans top to not suck. And so we had to repaint by hand these panels. And you see we had to infuse that white in there. Let's grab some more purple. Just the smallest amount of white. Plenty of water. Moisture removal. Probably good enough to bring the fluorescent purple in. Agrippa. All right, so let's get a glaze in motion. Fluorescent purple. We're gonna do a filter. Remember I said glazing's like up, down, left, and right. So this is a left and right situation. Our goal is to take fluorescent purple and change the saturation and feeling, not necessarily the value, brightness, or darkness. Love Minnie just resubbed 86 months. Happy birthday, Recoil, she says. Let me get some love in chat for Love Minnie's and Recoil's birthday. Love Minnie's. I have 4 cats now. So what we want to do is we kind of want to maybe even take a little noosh into the mix. Okay. And we kind of want to repaint the whole panel. Let's do it. Let's do it as an example right here. Whole panel repainted. Look at that. With the fluorescent purple. You'll see. We're gonna do it right here as well. Touch of moisture. Normally we would be airbrushing this, Agrippa. let that dry. And tell you, man, the fluorescent paint does not paint well.
And his name
Kind of
is
just have to move
John C.
fast. Idiot in a rampage.
Scary day today. House stuff is ridiculous. Also just got home. What did I miss?
Idiot in a rampage. Welcome to the chat. We're painting the top of the Titan after deciding it wasn't done. After deciding it looked like shit and it was garbage. So now we're hand painting this joint. So it turns out we weren't almost done. Welcome. We got a little promo today, exclamation point 13. Hopefully everything with the house is going well. Right now we just had to kind of hand blend all these panels. Now we're adding a top coat of fluorescent purple. So now it's just about getting the fluorescence down, spreading it quickly across the surface. It's not going to do almost anything visible in the darker part of the transition. It's changing the hue and the saturation factor to match all these other panels. You see? A little water. Rinse. We have to smooth out some of it because it doesn't all look great. Like, damn it, do I keep just putting this brush down and not rinsing it? What is wrong with me? Let's take some white. And let's see if we can bully some white into the fluorescent paint. Kind of smooth out, or we have a little bit of staining from the application right there. I'm just kind of like doing this little top coat, kind of bullying the staining away by sort of just color matching it with the color combination that resulted in the staining, which is white plus the fluorescent purple. Now, hot, thick boy painting action. That's right, Dark Horse. Arlenosaurus says it looks amazing. All ties together now. Thank you. Let's take some dark silver. I just want to do a little cleanup before we do a whip session. Straight up dark silver. So here's that little, like, node right here. And here's all the trim that we painted over in the process. So I'm just using the dark silver to kind of wipe out some of the overspray from our blend. Mostly I'm concerned about just subtracting back these big, I don't know what these are, huge nuts holding the panel shut. We are going to give away some class credit today. Shout out to all the supporters. I'm just dropping a little touch of bright silver. My phone's blowing up. It's almost like someone sending me reels or something. Okay, take some bright silver. Highlight some of this. Mix some bright silver and some dark silver. I'll box some of this back out. Boom. Looking good. Much better. Thank you, Ilenosaurus, for pointing this out, which led us to a better result. To quote her, she said, "Yo, it looks like shit. Are you sure you finished painting it?" Direct quote. Sure you didn't miss a spot. Love Minis just gifted 10 subs to the chat. If you just got gifted a sub. Because Love Minis gifted you a sub. Make sure to show Love Minis some love in chat. Hitting a Rampage. Oh, I missed that. 23 months. Almost 2 years hitting a Rampage. What? Any context? Ten subs ticking down. Love Minis is back, yeah. What you been into, Love Minis? Rhea Prey, what's up, man? I'm looking at it on the camera. It looks real good, guys. We got to do some pin washing, a little bit more highlighting, but I'm so glad we committed to this. So much better. Let me get it off and see what it looks like. Get some of this tack off. Bro, this tack is so sticky. Probably because it was so hot. Gaga Guru, how are you? How's Florida? Yo, happy as I've ever been, brother. Florida, despite it being hot as balls, slaps. Mostly because of where I find myself. Yes, look at it all together. Love Many says, been doing doctor stuff. Me too. Actually saw the doctor for the first time in many years. First time I went to the dentist in like 8 or 7. Got a new primary. Went to the eye doctor for the first time in my life. Man. It does look so much better. Major Havoc, you still there? It's so good to hear. Gaga Guru says, leaving Germany was also my best decision. Hungary is pure P. Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting you made that. Because you're Diamond painting, right? What's your other handle? Major Havoc. Yeah, now you have to do it on all the other ones, right? It wasn't too bad though, right? And this guy's honestly, the smaller the surface, the less you have to do with this. So like the smaller nights, less. Because these panels are so long, you have to stretch that transition out. But when they're small, you can get away with just a couple layers. Love minis. Never made any more shirts. I made an autism shirt. That's right, I forgot. I made an autism awareness shirt. I don't think I'm selling it though. Am I selling it? I don't think it's in my shop. But I did make it for a bunch of ESC teachers, local teachers. Gagaru says, yes, Diamond. The Titan is awesome. Emperor's Children are just... No, it's not Emperor's Children. What's the name of this house? This is a specific house. It's marble and purple. It's like actually a thing. We're going to set up to do a whip session in just a second. John Patrick says, I'm well aware of my autism. That's why I paint minis. That's funny. Yeah. My lady went to LVO and she's an expert. She was like, "Yep, there's a high percentage in your community." It's like, yeah. If we were boomers, it'd be trains. We'd have model trains. Major Havoc, I predict I need to say 30 passes. I'll be almost there, then go too far, and then it'll spiral to a nightmare of worse and worse corrections. Yeah. You have to actually book, dude, because you're actually one of my students, and we need to get to your glazing class. Love Minnie says, eye doctor, say you were blind, and that's why you don't paint the inside of tanks. Well, I can't see it. I don't paint it. You know the rules. But I mean, that could be interpreted as blindness. Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. Recoil. Don't forget, guys, Challengers Cup and LVO double turn year. So I will be teaching IRL painting classes in Utah later this year. As you can see, September, tickets on sale. And make sure you sign up for the Longboard Doubles for the one and only double turn year of LVO. Cap. Cool. How did it look before you begin painting? In parts on sprues and plastic. That's how it started. Dr. D or WW2 models, yeah, or Napoleonics. Yeah, you're right. There's other options besides trains. Train slap, objectively. Kara Quinn says, I don't know model trains, take that back. Do you own World War II's historicals or anything like that? Kara Quinn is the oldest man on the internet, so he is the actual expert on the subject. Monument Hobbies coming in with that raid. Let me get some love and chat for the Monument Hobbies crew. We're getting ready to set up for a whip session, so maybe we'll have some sick ass whips coming in from the crew. Kyrie, you're in Utah. Where are the tickets? Exclamation point Challenger. Or is it Challengers? Exclamation point Challengers. That's right, Recoil. Dr. D, yeah, Kara Quinn, when you weren't here, we actually had to figure out who the oldest man on the internet was, and Dr. D thought he was. I was like, no. Kara Quinn says not anymore. So you did historicals, and then you found 40K. And then, Major Havoc just gifted 10 subs to the chat. Sir Blame. Oh, Horus Heresy? Oh, Kara Quinn. Horus Heresy is... That's historical 40K, right? Alright. Give me a second, guys. We're going to set up for a whip session. I'm going to have to use the bathroom. Be right back. Exclamation point whip. Shout out to Major Havoc. All right, back. Whew. Love Minis just threw 100 bits. Major Havoc with 10 subs. Guys, thank you so much. Major Havoc getting a Rampage and Recoil. So we did trigger 2 giveaways, and I like to do giveaways during the whip session. So let's set up a keyword raffle. Exclamation point. It'll be exclamation point class credit. Exclamation point class credit. 2 winners this round. Run it back through chat. My lady brought me a beer and forgot to mention that. Makes me incredibly happy to have a unexpected beer. My beat slab has gotten shuffled around a lot in the last couple days. We played Bolt Action a lot too, Kara Quinn. I had a lot of friends who played Bolt Action, swore it was amazing. If you got gifted a sub due to Major Havoc or Love Minis, remember to shout them out. Replay, right? Faceless in management. Okay, Quinn. Oh, it sucks. The group died off. Major Havoc, you're drinking Dogfish Head worldwide style. I don't know what the other word is. Yeah, right? Those words are made up, as Recoil says. All right, let's kick off. Move over to Discord. Welcome to the show, everyone from Minding My Hobbies. Let's kick off a whip session. I'm super glad that we did the top carapace, Major Havoc. It's funny, guys. I'm using this other mouse. It's like Amazon Basics knockoff razor. Oh no, where's the streamer thing to this? Did they move? Because I have like streamer mode is enabled, and I don't want it to be. The button has always been historically at the top of the screen. They fucking move it? How the fuck am I supposed to work with this? What is this quest? Towerborn? How am I getting quests in Discord, guys? What is this nonsense? Hide this. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to close Discord and open it again. I feel like I missed something. They added some BS. There it is. Okay, so I restarted it and now it's what I want. Okay. No. It's blurring people's names out. A disabled streamer mode. There's nothing I can do about it. People are just going to take credit for models. It's doing some extra layer of privacy now. We'll draw these winners after WIP. So my ladies got used to using my gaming mouse replay over the last weekend. And she had this gaming mouse she was really proud of, and I went and pulled it out and set her up on her new laptop stand that she has so that she doesn't have to keep taking over my station. And she was like, yo, what is this bullshit? I hate this. I was like, that's like your mouse you're super proud of. She's like, it's garbage. I hate it. I was like, oh, okay. I just gave her my mouse. And I'm like, it's all right, but like, it is clunky. It's a clunky unit. It's got all these buttons and shit on it. Are the names being blurred inappropriate? I love it when people... You see that post? It was like a World of Warcraft blur or something like that. He's like, now everyone thinks... So somebody needs to take credit for this. Dr. D. QR. Des Fizzler. Bluto. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Doing some white over like some type of ivory, or not ivory, but some kind of jade almost. A verdigris. It's a good workup, good layering. Just the hand workup. Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong one. This is a Grippa right here. Test model for Stormcast scheme I want to do. Darker, more desaturated instead of the bright gold. Sorry, I got off my game because of all this streamer mode nonsense. Yeah, I like that. He looks like like a ancient statue come alive like this. A bronze. Yeah, Greek vibes. Yeah, I think it already looks chipped. As Recoil was mentioning. Kara, I think you spelled it right, Kara Quinn. Some verdigris. If you do the verdigris, just be careful to be extremely subtle. Yeah, good job. And Dr. D also, like the handwork up on this demonette wannabe. See, some people it shows their name. There's Havoc banging out kill teams left and right. Some Dark Angel action. Major Havoc's like, I sort of hated doing the red guns, but I'm all about tradition. Yeah, that is traditional Dark Angels. Just you're banging out all these little kill teams, bro. You play with all your friends. Fun little unit. Just quick and dirty. Good technique. Major Havoc says we're playing a lot of it. 2 groups. I like that, man. Oh, Kramus. Let's see what Kramus is doing with his little robots. Oh, hells yeah, dude. Kai Race is looking at Challengers Cup. Want to go to your class? Is an event only for the teams? Anyone can show up. The teams are sold out, but anyone can show up to take my classes. A good question. Yes, this is a Mad Cat. I'm guessing from chat. Kramus is a Father's Day present. Your dad got you into Mech Warrior when you were 10. Oh, he's gonna love it. Oh, and your dog. Your painting buddy. Your girlfriend keeps telling you it's done. Probably is. Yeah, it's the big one, right? The big Mad Cat. Kramis. I think Mo's Magic had one too. Oh, I know this. This is John Patrick. Painted 3D printed Battlefleet Gothic ships and using to teach some friends to play Void Admiral. It's an indie miniature agnostic starship game that gives off strong Battlefleet Gothic vibes. Oh, I remember these. Oh yeah. What are those little airplanes down there too? What is that? Oh, looking tight. I remember these. This was a whole thing for a while. Thunderbolt fighters for the Imperial side. The little planes. Yeah, it's dope because it was like it was the only game that was like different, right? Like it was naval. Your ship has fighter bays. You can send little fighters and attack runs. I love that. Right here. They look like little airplanes. Why do they even have wings? I guess they can go to atmosphere and shit. Okay, Quinn, you still have a Dreadfleet new box. Yeah. Tight. For pigment. Oh, let's take a look at the brown and blue chronicles. This is new. This is a new one. That's a spider person? What the hell is this thing? Crashing Adam, throwing down some bits. He says, I was up by Sam Lenz this weekend eating brats and painting. I told him about your Viking beard. He laughed because he said, as I explained your dope beard, I slipped into a perfect Kenny Boucher impersonation. Good old Sam Lenz. You know how he describes himself if you meet him for the first time? Like, or you're trying to introduce him to people, like he's like, oh, I just look like an old biker lady. That's how he describes himself, bro. The first time I heard him say this shit, I laughed my ass off. Horoscopes. What? War payment? These are for NIDs? This is for your NID org project? Crash it. Yeah, Sam was hilarious. I mean, look at that thing's face. It's terrifying. Kyrie, doing this for my wife. She likes having this stuff in her office at work. Her take on the airbrush shell will be cool. Oh, it's a turtle. Or a sea turtle? A war turtle? It's got some armor. West turtle. Okay. Airbrushing of the shell looks amazing. Good job. Let's see how you went after like kind of each panel with some highlighting. That's great. If you get in there in those recesses, it's gonna look great, just like you did on the skin. Now, I don't know what you did on the skin. If you did like a oil wash or just like a pen wash. I'm trying to figure it out. Looks like you used a wash. You got to be careful on the shell if you do that, because you'll lose some of that airbrush height. It was oil. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was kind of like oil. You want to keep. You definitely want to be real careful and subtractive on the shell. A good rule of thumb, if you're using a strategy like that oil wash, is to take it to 11. Then you bring it back to 10 with the wash. So this is an AOS model, huh? What is it called? War Pigment, name it? Oh no, Queen Maladrex is his model from Heroescape. Alan from Tap, what's up, brother? What's the name of this turtle? Oh, I've seen this. I know what this is. Yeah, I've seen it. That thing's awesome. What a dope model. Oh, people do like brighter interior on the shell? What's the point of that? Why is that what turtles look like? That's interesting that even GW did that. So a lot of people kind of inverted. Ugh. That's a pain in the ass. I was just looking at some paint jobs, including GW's box art of the turtle. Major Havoc, Achillean Levidon. I just googled AOS giant turtle. Yeah, the box art's phenomenal. But it seems like a lot of people have fallen into that box art category where the recess is the grout of the turtle shell is bright. It's like brighter, not darker. That's tricky. It's a lot of work. Recoil prefer preteen dirty Gene Kung Fu kangaroos more than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Dirty Gene Kung Fu. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I would do it. The bright recesses. I don't think I can bring myself to do it. All right. We have 2 giveaways. First thing we're doing is we're going to give away 2 painting classes. But also we're going to do a Friday the 13th raffle tonight, exclamation point 13. We're going to do like a classic raffle for 299 Yo Dogs per ticket. Winner wins a piece of apparel from my shop. We'll design up some horror theme. Disregard Swallerbots 13 command. Can you get rid of that recoil? Or disable it? Well, it must be like 3 years old, but right? The context of it, like, so it's 2025, right? So yeah, no, yeah, that's old. That's like 2 years old, going into 15 years. 2 minutes on the clock. Exclamation point. Class credit. We didn't lose the 13, did we? So it deleted it from both bots, right? That's how it works. So I'll put it back in on this one. So it should be fixed. Major Havoc, for your class, we need some sort of video setup, right? Yeah, you can use your smartphones now. Like, smartphones have better cameras on them than webcams. So a lot of people will join on their desktop and their like iPhone or whatever. And we use your iPhone as the camera. And we can interact through your desktop and use the camera like for your face for parts of the call, put it on a little stand for the models. That's how most people do it now. Exclamation point, class credit. Yeah, the bot just had a fit. What was that? All right. Hey, Kyrie, free class credit. I'm gonna give you a role in Discord. Upgraded to Wandering Black Belt, and so therefore you have access to next level painting supporters in the Discord server, and from there you can access student docs and schedule with me, and also look over the syllabus. Major Havoc, you've been painting since '87 and casually taking a lot of classes, but would like to take this one more seriously. Reap what you sow. EXE 75, Class City, baby. Are we already connected, EXE 75? That's what I thought. All right, and so we're also gonna do ticket raffle. Four theme swag. Tickets are $2.99. Exclamation point ticket space number of tickets you want. Tickets are 299 Yo Dogs, which is actually $13 Friday the 13th. And so whoever wins one of these, we can connect on Zoom and go through our options, maybe like a t-shirt, jersey, something like that. We can design up like a horror themed like custom swag.
Are we not saying phrasing anymore? I'm coming! Phrasing boom!
Come on, make a hole.
Phrasing boom.
Tell Archer I'm coming for him. Phrasing boom and both berries.
Nice. Love Minis just picked up the double twofer. That's 13 times 2. We get some love in chat for Love Minis. Triggering the Archer GIF. And so this is a ticket raffle that no one has entered. Exclamation point ticket space 1. That's a ticket. 2. That's 2 tickets. 3. 3 tickets. To eat a rampage. 5. 5 tickets. It's 299 Yo Dogs per ticket. Winner gets the session and the custom swag. It's got to be horror themed, but it can also have I have a suite of assets that I've drawn myself with access to a pretty robust apparel library. So we can do wild shit. We can do a fanny pack. Do a hat. We can do a towel. We can do socks. Exclamation point, ticket space, number of tickets. Recoil just coming in commandingly with 9. Idiot Rampage, you don't want to see what kind of pictures I would post if I was a towel. Oh, I can do coffee cups. Yes, we can do cups. We can do steins, I think. We can do water bottles. We can do coasters. Love Minis is down on this. Jamie says socks would be sick. Recoil, can you do jackets? Yeah, we got jacket options. The Wolfen shirt, Dark Horse. I need a new Wacom tablet, dude. That's the problem. My Wacom tablet is the 2013 Syntec. The first one, bro. The fucking charger doesn't even work, bro. I have to like hold it. I have to like stack cards under it, so because the battery is dead. I've called them to see about, like, if they can replace it. It's like $400, and it's like already so outdated that the version of Photoshop on it's so old that I had to call Adobe to like get me one. So like the problem is I need a new sync drawing tablet. It's not my budget right now. So I've been like, that's kind of like the real reason behind the scenes why you haven't seen me drawing that much. Especially since after I moved from California. Like I pulled it out and was like, bro, I have to like put the charger in, find things that stack. It's got to be exactly the right angle, and I got to draw on it without jostling it. Like, I'm just like, man, fuck this. So just like, I've got my eye on a couple of leads for what I want. All right, 2 minutes on the clock, guys. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna fundraise on a Wacom tablet here. I just need to be a grown up and budget. Poor big man. I just need a budget. Caddick painting, 299 Yo Dogs per ticket, which is $13. Quinn says, my iPod Pro got like that. It was like $200 to replace the battery charge port, right? It's like, man, fuck you. And it was a known flaw in this Syntec too. So but it's 2013, so like that's the first Wacom tablet. So like they did it for free. It was like a thing they did for free because the battery dies. It's unchargeable now, so it doesn't function unless it's plugged in. And now it's so old, the thing barely sits in there, and you have to replace that whole section, including the battery, because it plugs directly into the battery. So it's like, fuck you. Caddy Panty, what are we winning? Whoever wins this, a session for a custom horror-themed apparel. Kyrie, you have access to a Next Level Supporters section in Discord now on my server. You'll see student docs. You'll see how you can schedule with me, and you can see your syllabus. I looked into it, War Pigment, but it's so old, no one really offers this service except Wacom. 2013, dog. This is the first one they ever made it, and it's still sick. And I got a version of Photoshop that works on it. I called Adobe because I'm a Creative Cloud supporter, and they released to me an old dude, this Windows Syntec that I have, the Syntec that I have, War Payment, it's Windows 8.6, dog. Like, it's dope. Like, Windows 8.6 slapped on touchscreen. Like, bro. So they had to give me like that version of Photoshop. They're like, yeah, we have it still. It's just like here, it's like in a Dropbox basically. Like, send me like a janky link with a download. We were talking about this. All right, let's pull a winner. Oh, the guy who got 9. Math. I mean, it was still less than 1 and 3. It was still less than 1 and 3. This actually wasn't guaranteed. Happy birthday to Recoil. Get some custom shit. Custom jacket, perhaps, he was saying. Let's get some love in chat. Shout out to all the supporters tonight. Shout out to Love Minis. Haven't seen her in a while. I'm glad she's back and doing okay. Shout out to my lady, who is the one who talked me into having to fix it. It's funny because I was like, nah, it's fine. And then I was like, I thought about it for 2 days. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask my audience. I'm going to ask the chat. She's like, no, don't do that. I was like, no, they might agree with you and I might have to fix it. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, fuck, she's right. And you guys are all like, yep, she right. Like, we all see it now, right? Even Major Havoc's like, fuck, how did I miss this? He painted all of his the other way. So it's way better now, right, Kara Quinn? It's way fucking better. So we had to devote an entire... We basically wasted a whole session messing with the metal to just get to this. But it can be considered not a waste because building the metal first and then subtracting from it actually probably leads to this better result. So it's probably ended up not being a waste. We probably only wasted a few minutes, like, you know, doing some like weathering and shit because we covered that up.
You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. You gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
I think it's way better now, though, like Kara Quinn said. It smokes, right, Dr. D? Shout out to all the supporters. Major Havoc, Getting Rampage, Love Minis, Recoil. Yep. I'm seeing my dad this weekend. Cruising over to Inverness. Everyone, shout out to dads. They get a day too. So let's get a raid going. Major Havoc, thank you, brother. Hopefully this preposterous Major Havoc commission has led to a lot of positive tutorials on Patreon, guys. Like, Patreon is updated with a lot of edited content now on this project. And I'm going to try to do another one tomorrow. Okay, let's see. Who's on? Recall, is anybody on right now? Mini Ruckus? Got it. The raid is ticking down, guys. Thank you. See you guys on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Recoil. As always, until we meet again, play on, players.